Glad to be with you, Doug.
Let me get your first reaction to Senator John McCain last night on CNN, and he made a special point of highlighting the fact that you are one of the future leaders of the Republican Party. Your take on that?
Well, I really appreciate Senator McCain. He's been very helpful and a mentor to me. I serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee with him, so appreciate obviously his service and leadership for our country. So it's an honor to be mentioned by him. But I think tonight's going to be an exciting night with the Governor Romney speech. And I have to say, I thought Congressman Ryan last night, he really hit it out. But not only that, I mean, the other speech that just was phenomenal was Condoleezza Rice. Mm-hmm. She was just, to me, inspirational, really, in her discussion about America, our role in the world, and also in education and her background.
What was it about the Paul Ryan speech for you that made him hit it out of the park? To quote the National Review, they say he was long on style but short on facts.
Well, I would say this. First of all, you got a measure of him last night. He was himself. He was earnest. He was straightforward. And he was very direct with the American people. I think that's his style. I think it's important, and people want that and are looking for that. We just want to hear, what's your opinion? What is it that you think you're going to, your vision for America? And I thought he was very clear on that last night. And here's the thing. I mean, I think Congressman Ryan has been out there when others have refused to take on the hard issues in Washington. He made it very clear last night that he and Mitt Romney are going to take on the tough issues, and they are going to offer real solutions. It's not an easy time for our country, but we can solve our problems and be even stronger for it.
What does Governor Mitt Romney have to do tonight to speak beyond the convention center down there in Tampa, to talk to the people at home? What is that message he has to convey?
I think the message he has to convey is that really putting together his experience and vision for the country, where we are right now with the economy, with over 8% unemployment nationally. It's been dragging on for so long, months and months, and the debt and the fiscal state of the country. People are worried about the future of our country, and really contrast his experience with the president's and what the president promised. Because if you look at what he's promised, for example, that he would cut the deficit in half. We've had over 4 years of, $1 trillion deficits and $5 trillion out of the debt. I think just contrasting in a very straightforward way, what he will do to turn our country around and to really get people working. And I also think to talk a little bit about Ann Romney, first of all, was so wonderful in the way that she portrayed their personal life and talked about their life together and their commitment really to not only helping people who in their charitable commitments, but their life as a family. And I think he should talk about that tonight as well, some of the personal side, to put in perspective what drives him, because I've had a chance to spend quite a bit of time with him when he campaigned in New Hampshire, and he's in this for the right reasons, to help our country.
We're talking with Senator Kelly Ayotte from New Hampshire down at the RNC in Tampa. Senator Ayotte, how does Mitt Romney convince somebody that may have voted for President Obama last time that his plan would not get us back into the place that we were once before with the previous Republican administration, that we've into the financial mess we're in now? How can he convince those that may be on the fence that we won't go back to where we were in the last Republican administration as far as setting up an economic plan that they had? I think there are those people out there that are saying, well, if we get another Republican back in office, we're going to just go back to the old ways and we'll be in a financial mess again.
No, I think that, first of all, I think that's basically a false choice that the Democrats have set up, because Governor Romney, Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan, they have acknowledged that, listen, Republicans spent too much money too, just thinking about where we are, and that we need strong fiscal responsibility and a new vision for America. So I think that when you look at what they stand together as a team, it is for doing things in a smart and responsible way.
Well, what
this administration has done has been a burden for the smallest of businesses and really has been a drag on economic growth. So what they thought would solve problems have created more problems. So we can have the smart regulations and the safety net, preserve the safety net without putting us in a position where that we think that the government can solve every problem, and frankly put us in a position where the government's hurting economic growth, because that's where we are right now.
With the key words I heard from Paul Ryan last night were deregulation as opposed to smart regulation, and by deregulating we get back into a situation that we were in. And how do they convince that some regulation is good? Because I heard him talk about businesses operating in a free America.
You know, I've spent quite a bit of time with he and Governor Romney, and it's not about no regulation, but the regulations are out of control right now. If you look at just let's start NLRB. I mean, ridiculous that those regulations were going to actually, hurt what Boeing was trying to do in South Carolina. I've heard it from the Department of Labor. I've heard it from restaurant owners. I've heard it throughout our state. So things are out of control right now, and they're not talking about no regulations. What we're talking about is really thinking about, why do we keep adding all kinds of paperwork burdens that, by the way, don't make people safer. They make it more difficult to do business. So where we are with this administration is just so far out of whack of where we need to be if we want to get private sector growth. And Obamacare as well. It's been a real problem for many businesses that want to expand and grow, and healthcare costs are going in the wrong direction. So this is, I think, an issue that's very important I know that business owners in New Hampshire, it's important.
Senator Ayotte, we are short on time, and we got about 30 seconds left. I just wanted to ask you, on a personal note, what was it like to get up there on the stage and present a speech, and what has been your overall take from being one of the stars of this convention?
Well, it was a real honor to be able to be on the convention floor. It's very exciting. I've never been to a convention before, so this is my first convention. So
you dove right into the deep end.
I did dive right in, but I feel very strongly. I'm really worried about our country, that we need new leadership, and certainly someone who understands how to make sure that we create a good climate for private sector growth so we can get our economy moving. And so I just wanted to tell our story about what it was like to be part of a small business family. So I was glad I had the opportunity to do that.
Senator Kelly Ayotte from New Hampshire, thank you for joining us on the Doug Meehan Show. We really do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the convention and enjoy Mitt's speech tonight. Thank you very much.
I'll be on the floor, Doug. Take care.
We will look for you. Thank you very much. Senator Ayotte taking time out of a very busy morning down there.